How much time have you spent scrolling today? How many hours have you spent just looking at the content you don't even like to watch? You just keep going, scrolling and scrolling. It's a built-in mechanism which is fit inside your brain. You just keep you awake by scrolling. What's going on here? Are you controlling yourself or this smartphone controlling you? See, every single platform you're on, every single like, comment, share, act as a hit of dopamine, and they just want your attention. Your attention is their money. These big companies are multi-billion dollar companies. It's not about giving you cool updates anymore, it's about using you. Sad part, you don't even know. Social media is all about business. Your engagement, your data, your personality, your recommendation, your feed is their money. So they know you, and the algorithm knows you more than you know yourself. And the scary part is, like, the more you scroll, the more they will learn about you. And here's the kicker part: how many times have you seen someone post just like me, like the danger of social media, while they're still asking for you to follow them? This is a business. Every course you see, everything you see on these apps is all about selling something. What they are selling is their content. What they are getting from you is your engagement, your attention, and your attention is giving them money. Your attention is giving them power so that they can be good at this game. It's filled with all this stupid brain rot content. Everything you see, you scroll, all the memes, it doesn't serve any more purpose than this. It's addictive. We know social media is addictive. You know it, I know it, but why does it feel so impossible to quit? See, even when people tell you to quit, they want your attention. They're not letting you go, are they? It's like they're handing you the keys to the door of freedom, but they locked it on the other side. Every time you try to walk away, something pulls you back. It's all about social media. So at some point, you have decided to quit social media, but you never did it. Maybe you did it for like 2 days, one day, or maybe a week. But then what happened after the week? Motivation fades away and you still back on social media. But here's the thing: they have conditioned to be stayed because they are literally made so that you don't quit it, so that you stay longer period of time, just spending hours. And it didn't just happen overnight. It takes years of making. The addiction you're facing, it takes years for making. Our brain are hardwired for social approval. Every heart, every retweet you get, it's a tiny bit of dopamine. The same chemical that makes us feel good when we are praised, when we achieve something. But here's it gets dangerous. Dopamine is what makes you want more. It's like trying to chase a dragon. It's never enough. And over time, the more you feed it, it is harder to stop. The feeling, just one more video before sleep, just one more video before I wake up out of my bed. This is a dopamine in action. It's the same mechanism that drives addiction and gambling, smoking, even substance abuse. And it's happening in our brain every time you scroll. So, what does it mean for your mental health? Well, let's talk about it. Constant dopamine hit creates a loop where we crave more likes, more comments, more validation. It doesn't satisfy us, it leaves us hungry for more, and we start looking for it everywhere. The results, depression, stress, FOMO. FOMO means fear of missing out. You can't stop thinking about what's happening on your phone while you were supposed to be living in your real life. How often do you check your phone when you're supposed to be focused on something else? Like, let's say you were supposed to take a dog for a walk, but you're too busy scrolling through Instagram. Like your phone is controlling you. It's like you don't have any more control on yourself. Everything is designed to keep you stick to it. Let's be honest, everybody been there. If I'm talking about myself, I've been there too. I used to wake up in the morning. First thing I did was check my phone. That was my ritual. I scroll through social media, watch videos, catch up on the latest news. But over time, I realized something. I wasn't living my life anymore. I was letting my life happen through the screen. And one day I caught myself. I was scrolling on Instagram and I thought, wait, what am I even doing? I was looking at the picture of people I didn't know, reading headlines I didn't care. Yet I kept scrolling. And I was chasing something I couldn't even define. And that's when I realized that I wasn't in control. It was an app, it was an algorithm.
TV, radio, and iPhone.
Let's rewind it for a second. The addiction didn't start with social media. It's been evolving for decades. It began with other form of media, TV, radio, and the internet. All these tools laid the groundwork for what would become the global addiction of the screen. You see, the TV era, imagine the early days of television. The first TV appeared in homes in 1950s, and overnight they became a central part of everyday life. For the first time, we had the ability to sit down and be entertained or informed through visual media at our convenience. But there was a catch. TV programming was limited. If you wanted to watch something, you had to tune in at the specific time. But here's the thing, TV was built to capture attention. Network learned to create content that would keep you watching for hours. News shows, drama series, commercial, they all use techniques to ensure that you stay glued to the screen. They played with human psychology by creating suspense and emotional triggers, encouraging people to keep watching even when they didn't need to. The problem here wasn't the TV itself, it was how it all began. It began to hijack our time. People would end up watching shows they didn't even enjoy just to kill the time and stay in loop. And it sounds familiar. What TV did was to train our brain to be passively entertained. It created a habit. You sit down, turn on the TV, and your attention is hijacked. You're not interacting with it, you are consuming it. And the more you consume, the more you want it. The next was radio revolution. Before the TV, we had radio. Radio era wasn't as immersive as TV, but it was highly influential in its own way. Radio gave us instant access to information, entertainment 24/7, and it helped shape our understanding of the world. But just like TV, radio had a deep effect on our behavior. It didn't allow to disengage. We listened to shows, music, news, and advertisement, all designed to keep us tuned in. And while TV engaged our eyes and ears, radio captured the only our attention. Yet it was still incredibly effective as influencing how we spent our time and energy. The difference between TV and radio was that TV was visually captivating, while radio, through more passive, provided the constant flow of noise that our brain craved. Well, the phone and the internet, the evolution of addiction. This is the third and the most effective form of the addiction. Let's talk about iPhone and the internet, the real game changer, and the reason why we are making this video and the camera of an iPhone. See, with the release of iPhone in 2007, we entered an entirely new era of connectivity. Smartphones made us permanently connected to the internet, and the internet gave us social media. iPhone wasn't just a phone anymore, it was our gateway to the world, a tool that gave us constant access to information, entertainment, and the more importantly, to social media. But the apps, they were designed for one purpose to keep us coming back. Social media apps like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter were built on the same principles that TV and radio used. But unlike TV or radio, they took it one step further. They didn't just want to capture your attention, they want to keep you engaged continuously, and this is where the real addiction begins. Every like, comment, notification you get in the form of instant validation, social media platforms are engineered to keep you in the app longer. They know exactly what will trigger your emotion and keep you scrolling. Whether it's a photo of someone's perfect vacation, a controversial post, or a funny cat video. The issue isn't just the addictive nature of these apps, though, it's that these platforms learned from TV and radio, but that they took it to next level. They understood the power of emotional engagement and the instant gratification, and they used it to create a system where users are rewarded with dopamine hits and making them crave more. Smartphones and social media are the perfect storm. The smartphone connects you to the world at any moment, and the social media amplifies the impact by keeping you constantly engaged, showing the things don't figure out how to break free from the addiction. Now, let me ask you a question. What if you could take back control of your time, your habits? What if you didn't have to fight your attention alone? Well, that's exactly I'm going to give you what solutions are the best for quitting social media. It's about building a better, more intentional relationship with technology and productivity. Well, by productivity, I mean you can use social media with very good purpose, with very good reason, but we often dwell into the more negative side of the social media. And regardless, people are getting rich, people are making money, people are getting happy through social media. It comes with very underlying dangerous effects on your psychological behavior. So let's start with the small changes. The first step is awareness. You have already taken the first step by watching this video and acknowledge the fact that you're addicted to your phone and social media. But it's okay to admit it. Small change for me, it wasn't about quitting everything at once, it's about changing my habits gradually. The first thing I did was tracking my screen time. My screen time was as high as 12 hours. I realized how much time I was wasting on the app I didn't need. From there, I began setting daily limits on the apps like Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media to max of 2 hours. Instead of going cold turkey, well, start by cutting back. Replace the habit with the meaningful activities. The next step by replacing the habit, if you just quit social media without offering your brain a new form of stimulation, it will find its own replacement. Well, for me, I started running, I started going to gym, I started reading more books. I found fulfillment in a physical activity. I also started journaling, reflecting how my day is going. And with this, in this few months, I have read more than 5 books, which was crazy because last year I just read 3 books, the whole entire year. And in these 3 or 4 months, I have read more than 5 books, which was pretty incredible when you know you're doing right there. And these activities not only gave me same dopamine hits, but they were more fulfilling and nourishing for my brain and body. Well, you cannot actually quit social media. Let's be real honest. But technology doesn't have to be enemy. Use it to help you break free. Well, there are so many apps that can monitor your and limit your screen time. Use them to track how much time have you spending on the apps and websites, set reminders and time blocks keep you disconnected. Well, personally, few more things you can do is set up the personalized room or personalized phone-free zone. And for me, it was after waking up, I'm not gonna check my phone before 4 p.m. But this here's the irony part because I'm being recording it from my phone, so I did check social media, which is of course for to make this video. Well, it is a powerful strategy. If you make your mind that I'm not gonna touch my phone, well, after waking up, I'm gonna touch my phone after half an hour of waking up. I'm gonna touch my phone after an hour or maybe 2 hours. I'm not gonna use phone before going to bed. Not going to use phone 3 hours before going to bed. And the best thing is the personalized zone. So if you're at the sofa, you're not going to use phone. And dining table is all about eating food. Kitchen is all about making food. And your bedroom is all about sleeping. And the only place you can use your phone is balcony if you have one. Well, I'm just throwing words now. A powerful strategy I was creating a phone-free zone and time. For example, I didn't take my phone to the dinner table. I set a specific times to check social media after I finished my morning workout and right before bed. I didn't let the phone dictate. I was allowed to interact with it. Well, establishing clear boundaries is essential in to breaking the addiction cycle. Don't let social media phone control you. You set the rules, man. It's your phone after all. You have to be controlling itself, not phone controlling you. Well, well, you don't have to do it alone. Find people who support your decision. Disconnect, whether it's your friend, family member, even social media group. Sharing your experience, being held accountable can help you set for your goals. For me, it was when I deleted all the social media application, I had to tell everybody give me their phone number because I was no longer on the apps like Instagram, Facebook, and starting it was but um, difficult because they were doing something, they were posting, they were making plans without me. But you have to know that what is good for you, only you know what's good for you. And even if I come back to these application, I would scroll through whole day, and it's just a waste of time and energy. So, what I realize is that you can find so many things better than social media, better than scrolling through TikTok, and you can increase your attention span which is not so great because I have to make this video faster and do it just so that I can watch this video more with more engaged. And our attention is getting more and more and more less comparatively last 2 years, and it's gonna get less next few years. And we have to address the fact that everybody is addicted to social media, and once you let teenagers, kids on these application, you are not doing them any sort of good. Well, recently Australian prime ministers had decided to ban the social media for under 16, which I think is a bold move, and totally agree with that because it's not about connectivity anymore. It's all about content. It's all about you consuming these stupid things that you didn't even have to see. And there's so many things bad with these applications which can go wrong in every other way. You're not learning anything. They're just getting sucked into this tunnel, which has nothing to do in real life. To be honest, just be kind to yourself. Overcoming social media addiction isn't just easy, and it won't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself, and there will be days when you slip. And that's okay. What's matter is getting back on track. The bottom line is TV, radio, and smartphone set the stage for the social media addiction we face today. So even though it's not your fault, it's still your fault if you're still scrolling. And we have a power to take control, to set boundaries, to build habits that fulfill us. It's all start with awareness, small changes, and finding meaning outside the screen. So, question is, what are you gonna do next? Put down your phone, step outside, experience the world in real time. Trust me, it's worth it. If you find this video valuable, you already know what to do. But maybe just once, don't scroll to the next video right away. Take a breath, reflect, maybe start a journey to pay. But before I write this whole script, I was thinking how my script gonna look like, how I'm gonna present to it, and turns out it's not that bad. It's all about the confidence. Every time you go somewhere, you're seeing people sticking to the screen. Even room filled with people, everybody on their phone doing something. It's like they don't want the real experience anymore. And it's like they stick to their phone. They cannot live without it. And this is what getting worse because with the new technology, with the new era of technology, with the new era of social media, we will be living in the future where no one interact with each other. And trying to walk around the park, you go to the park, anywhere, just go outside, step outside, you're gonna find people on their phone and they don't cherish the moment they're enjoying right now. So stick to the real life and say goodbye to social media. It's not about social media, it's all about you and the way you present yourself. It's all about faking. Social media is faking. This video is a fake. The way I'm making this video is a fake. Am I not hypocritical for asking you to quit social media while I'm asking you? Or if you find this video valuable, you know what? You know already what to do. This is all hypocritical. It's all about fakeness. It's all fake. The social media, anything you are on is fake, other than your real life. So get outside and enjoy. And please, for God's sakes, stop scrolling. And why are you still scrolling?